Okay, welcome to the pre-calculus preview daily practice. So from this set of the practice, you are going to take a look on something we are going to learn in pre-calculus and see if you can also, by previewing this concept, get a sense on what we are going to learn. Okay, so for the first one here, we have a Rolle's function, r equals 3 multiplied by sine of the 5 theta. Along which line of symmetry will the first leaf lay? Okay, so in pre-calculus, we are going to learn quite a few polar functions, and the Rolle's function will be one of them. So you can see here, first of all, in the polar coordinates, the points are given by the radius and also given by the theta, right? And then because we have the trigonometric function, you can first identify the maximum value of the trigonometric function, which will occur every pi over 2, right? So that's going to be the trend of the sine function. So if you take a look on the polar coordinates, you can see that if you have this to be, say for example, theta equals a pi over 10, because if you plug into the function, it becomes a pi over 2, so that would be a maximum value, right? So you have a maximum value over here, and then as you can imagine, if you just make this theta to be smaller or just to be larger, the radius will change, right, in the same rate of change. So the function will be something like this if you try to make the graph. All right, and also you will have another leaf over here. So when theta equals pi over 2 will be another one, because you will have also a maximum value. So this will be the leaf like this, and if you keep doing this here, you will find also some other leaves over here, and then also quite a few here, and then you can also have a few over here. So we are going to learn about this in pre-calculus, that the number of leaves and also how often you are going to expect a leaf will be controlled by this coefficient. Okay, so anyways, you can see that the first leaf is going to be theta equals pi over 10, and that's going to be our axis of symmetry already. So we are going to choose the answer choice A. All right, and for the second problem here, which one of this represents the graph of this polar equation? So the I wouldn't say the best way here, but if we try to convert this into a rectangular form of the equation, we can do so by multiplying both sides by the radius r. So it's going to be an r squared equals 6 multiplied by r multiplied by the cosine theta. And then we know that r multiplied by cosine theta is the value x in the rectangular form, and the r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. So the equation becomes x squared plus y squared equals 6 multiplied by x. And therefore, we are able to convert this into a rectangular form of the equation here, which will represent an equation of a circle. So you can see here, the center is going to be at 3 and 0, and the radius is equal to 3, so the correct answer will be the answer choice B. All right, and then the following problems are about the operation of permutations. So here you can see that we want to calculate 11 permutes 2. So based on the formula, it's going to be 11 factorial divided by 11 minus 2 factorial. So essentially, this guy is going to be 11 multiplied by 10. All right, so this will be our answer. And then if you take a look on the answer choices, the choice B is going to satisfy this condition. All right, and now we can move on to the next one here. So the first one, we're going to calculate the permutation of n1. So again, based on the formula, it's going to be n factorial divided by n minus 1 factorial, which will just give us the n here. And therefore, the n combines 1. This guy is going to be n factorial divided by not only just the n minus 1 factorial, but also multiplied by a 1 factorial. But now you can see that the answer will still be equal to n, because 1 factorial is equal to 1. Since you are going to choose like one number out of n choices, it will still be n ways. Okay, and for the final one here, we have a conditional probability. So here, given that we have all these conditions, what's going to be the probability of B given A happens? So here, based on the formula, the probability that B happens based on A already happened is equal to the probability of A and B both happen, given the probability that A already happened, right? So you can just plug in this values into the functions here. So 2 over 25 over a 2 over 5, which will become a 1 over 5, or the answer choice B. Alright, so that will be it for the practice today. So some of the problems may be a little bit harder and you might not have learned about this, like for example the polar equations. That's okay, we're going to take a look on this again in the summer. Alright, so see you guys next time.